Please forgive me if I mispronounce, some of the names. I'm not good with names, but this movie is incredible. Hello, welcome to Just My Thoughts. I'm your host, Khaleel Ward. On this episode, I'll be talking about The Woman King. The movie stars Viola Davis, John Boyega, Sheila Atim, Lashana Lynch, Tuso Mbudo. Hope I'm saying that right. The movie, everybody's incredible. The whole cast is incredible. The movie takes place in the 1820s in Africa. They explain what a woman king is and what it represents. I would say there's like two main stories that you're following. The first is about the two African kingdoms that are on opposing sides. When the movie starts, we get this crawl about the situation at hand. So you have the Oyo Kingdom, and they have decided to side with the European slave traders. They go around. They get like horses from the Europeans, and they get muskets, and they go around to different villages, and they capture Africans and sell them to the Europeans. Then you have the Dahomey Kingdom, which is run by John Boyega. He's a new king, and they also, this is mentioned in the movie, they also were selling their own people to the Europeans, a part of the slave trade. They were selling slaves to the Europeans. However, Viola Davis's character, the General Nanisca, she wants him to stop doing that. She wants him to focus on selling oils to the Europeans rather than selling their own people to the Europeans. So that's like her goal whenever she's talking with the king, to just get him to change his mind in terms of what they're selling to the Europeans. But the Oyo Kingdom, they trying to squeeze the Dahomey. They're trying to squeeze them for every little thing. Like, hey, give us more stuff and we'll allow you to be on this trade route. And that's the conflict that comes towards the end, with the two kingdoms, because the Dahomey, they like, no, you don't own us. You're not going to do that. And Viola Davis's character she's with it. She's ready to fight. And their name rings bells. It's the Agojie warriors. When they come out, everybody knows, like, that's them, and they're the king's guard. They protect the king. It's all women, and they are strong and fierce. They have this sisterhood, but they're also caring, about each other and about looking out for one another. It's really cool. Like in the beginning, we see that they rescue people from other villages, and they allow them to train with them to be warriors. They tell them like, hey, if you want to do this, you can stay. If you don't want to do it, you can leave. And then some people stay, and then that's where we get the other story, where we follow this young lady that stays in the village, and her father is trying to sell her off to get married, and she seems to have the reputation of she doesn't rock like that. She don't want to get married to any of these people, and the person we see that her father is trying to get her to marry is super old, like probably older than her dad, and she kind of attacks him, and then the father like just drops her off at the castle, like tell the king to take her because she doesn't want to listen. And she gets to see what's happening with the training and everything. She's like, I want to be a warrior. And we follow her story as well, because she starts to gain that sisterhood, not only with the Koye warriors that's been there, but with some of the new recruits. They have that bond that so it's like we're following the old generation with Viola Davis and Lashana Lynch and Sheila Atim, and then we have like the new generation, what Tuso Mbudo and her friends. So it's like the old heads and the new group, and how they mesh together to get things done. The battles are really well done. I seen it being compared to like Gladiator, but at times it felt like 300. When they work out, they look great, and then you put all that oil on them, and then they come out and they just look fierce. There's a couple of shots like that in this particular movie where, like, when we first meet them, the warriors, they just look fierce and menacing, and they're taking out people. They're fighting men as well. They're killing a lot of men, and it's just cool looking. It's not overly bloody where you see people get stabbed all the time. You see the blood splatter, There are some kills that are just really well done and it's impressive, but it's the action, the touching moments. You know, when you see them just really care about what's happening to their sisters in their country. It was really well done, really well shot. I like the fact that we get the training montage, but we also see them celebrate, and we get their music and them dancing around just to show, you know, how much they care about everything that, you know, that's going on. I really enjoyed that. So it's definitely a must watch. I would say go to the theater and check it out. Viola Davis is just incredible. You know, the fact that the shape that she's in when she gives some of her speeches, it just it fires you up. Like you want to go to battle with them, you know. So it's one of those movies to check out in theaters and just embrace everything that's, you know, being said and being told to you. And it's good information to have, you know, for something that I never knew, you know, existed with these, you know, with these warriors. So go check out The Woman King. If you've seen it, let me know what you thought about it. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Deuces.